Hey there everybody, Upstart DJ here, commentating on a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle for Slowbroguy against Se7en. If I told you why, I'd have to kill you. But anyway, Slowbro and Se7en both kick off with an Azelf, and Azelf misses the Fire Blast, so Azelf goes for a Taunt. Azelf then goes for a Psychic and takes about half damage off Azelf, as Azelf hits Stealth Rocks, I think. Yes, confused yet? I know I am, but Azelf hits the explosion and that will kill both Azelf and Azelf to make it 5-5. By the way, this is a mixed tiered battle, 2 OUs, 2 NUs, 2 UUs, so that's an OU out each already. It's 5-5 as Gardevoir comes in, but so does Gardevoir, and they're both manly masculine Gardevoirs wearing skirts as Gardevoir goes for the Protect to stop Gardevoir's trick. So, knowing the trick is out in the open, Steelix comes in on Slowbroguy's side, and unfortunately it gets hit with the Will-O-Wisp, which will not help Steelix, because Steelix doesn't really get used for its attack power anymore. It's a giant snake, yet it can do nothing, bar Toxic, and throw Stealth Rocks, as Spiritomb comes in for Gardevoir. So, here we are. Steelix is burnt, it can't really do any attacking because it will do next to nothing. Spiritomb laughs in its face as it does a Calm Mind, raising that special defense and special attack, but Spiritomb does get Toxic, which will help it a lot. Unless it's a Calm Mind Sleep Talker. Let's hope that's not the case. Steelix gets burned as, yes, Spiritomb does use Rest, and it's most likely going to use Sleep Talk. But Steelix does try an Earthquake, and does the mighty Steel Snake do any damage? Not really, no. Poor Steelix. I think even a Raichu, something tiny like that, could do more damage. Oh well. Steelix gets burnt and Spiritomb tries for a Sleep Talk, and he gets the Calm Mind, so Spiritomb is on top here. Steelix cannot do a damn thing. Steelix tries the Toxic, trying to predict the switch, but it does not happen, so Steelix is extra grumpy today. Oh well, Steelix gets burnt, but in comes Gyarados, and Gyarados is all Intimidate. And Gyarados will intimidate the Spiritomb, but it doesn't matter, Spiritomb doesn't use its attack much anyway. Spiritomb does go for the Sleep Talk, but gets the Rest, which doesn't do anything because it's already asleep, which is just greedy of Spiritomb if you ask me. Anyway, Se7en gets Spiritomb out of there and brings in Starmie to threaten the Thunderbolt. Gyarados, on the other hand, though, uses Dragon Dance. Gyarados is probably faster, however, it's not confident that it will take the Starmie out. So, threatening the Thunderbolt, Gyarados gets the hell out of there, brings in Steelix, who has an immunity to Thunderbolt, but Starmie gets a bit clever, uses the Ice Beam, and that should take quite a lot of damage. And basically, Steelix is dead. As Steelix gets hit by the burn to do more damage, and then Starmie will kill it off with the Ice Beam. So I think Se7en's in the lead. I'm not keeping count, so yeah. Gardevoir comes back in and will trace the Natural Cure, which will help it, but Gardevoir is Scarved. It's a trick one, so it will use Thunderbolt because it's quicker than Starmie as it has a Scarf. Hope I made sense there. And Starmie will go, just to even out the game. Arcanine comes in, and Arcanine would like to ideally take advantage of Gardevoir's weak defensive stat, but it's not happening. Gyarados comes in and intimidates Arcanine, makes sure that doesn't happen. Arcanine can only do one thing to Gyarados, really, and that is Thunderfang. And by the use of Morning Sun there, it obviously does not have Thunderfang. Well, unless it's using Thunderfang against Gardevoir, I'm not sure. Arcanine does get out of there though, so it doesn't have Thunderfang, and brings in Spiritomb to take anything Gyarados has. Unfortunately, Gyarados uses Taunt, and Spiritomb can now do nothing, because it's asleep, and if you're taunted when you're asleep, you can't do much. Although Spiritomb may wake up here. I've forgotten how many turns it's had sleep. But Gyarados wants this thing dead, so it uses Waterfall, and then Spiritomb returns the favour by using Dark Pulse, and none of these Pokemon are doing much damage. It's a weak Pokemon Palooza here today. Spiritomb gets the hell out of there and brings in Gardevoir again to try and get the Will-O-Wisp going, and to also intimidate Gyarados because Gardevoir uses Trace. Gyarados does get the attack boost back though, because it does use Dragon Dance as Gardevoir comes in. So yeah, will Gardevoir manage to get the burn? No, because Gyarados uses Taunt. All of the manly Gardevoir's dreams are crushed once more. Can't use burn, so Gyarados' attack is still great. Slowbroguy is doing well. Gardevoir gets the hell out of there and brings in Dustox. And I was thinking here, can Dustox really stand up to a Gyarados? Well, it does okay. It takes one waterfall at least, but Dustox can't really do anything. It's not Dustox's fault, it's just in a different league here. As the giant OU Pokemon Gyarados hits waterfall and Dustox will be down. I don't have anything against NU Pokemon, by the way, before you all start complaining. So Gyarados is in charge as Gardevoir comes back in. Will it try to Will-O-Wisp again? Let's find out. Another Intimidate though to Gyarados, trying to weaken that attack as much as it can. Gardevoir does go for the Protect as Gyarados does get the Dragon Dance back up. So its attack is still, I think it's neutral, I'm not sure. But Gyarados is still in charge here as Gardevoir wastes its Protect for no reason. Great prediction by Slowbroguy. So he hits the Taunt, Will-O-Wisp hits again, well, doesn't hit again because of Taunt, and Gardevoir is not happy. 7 is not predicting well today, oh well. Gyarados does start to take advantage of Gardevoir's weaker physical defensive stat now, as it hits the Waterfall, and that takes a lot of damage. And Gardevoir cannot do anything bar just Psychic. It can't Protect now because of the Taunt, it can't Will-O-Wisp for the same reason. It just hits the Psychic to get any damage on it whatsoever. Gyarados does finish off Gardevoir though with another Waterfall. I think it finishes it off. Yes, it does. Gardevoir is down, and Gyarados can breathe a sigh of relief because it hates being burned as Steelix. So Spiritomb comes in, and it's going to try and Calm Mind up here, but Gyarados just hits the Dragon Dance, so it's now in +1 attack, I think. Spiritomb rests up to try and Sleep Talk some Calm Minds, but it's a sitting duck there, really. It's sleeping away, it's snoozing, but it gets a rude awakening when it gets hit right in its ugly purple and green puke-looking face with a +1 waterfall. What does Sleep Talk do? Sleep Talk does not much. It Dark Pulses, which does quite a bit of damage, maybe, not much. Gyarados is still in charge. If Gyarados was to taunt right now, then Spiritomb couldn't do a thing, but Slowbroguy wants this thing down, I agree. So it uses Waterfall again, it's so close to death, one more Waterfall will do it. Sleep Talk doesn't give 7 any luck whatsoever, so Gyarados will just clean Spiritomb out of this game. Goodbye Spiritomb, you did well, and Gyarados is still in charge, and he's fighting for that MVP spot, believe me. So who's the next Pokemon in? Just the last Pokemon, and it's Arcanine. And Arcanine being a fire type, you know, Gyarados is all over this. It does get the Intimidate in, but it's not going to have a chance. Arcanine just has to extreme speed and hope it gets a lucky break here. It doesn't, unfortunately. Gyarados uses Taunt just so it can stop the Morning Sun, so it can stop recovering, because Arcanine would love to recover. Gyarados does get the hell out of there, though. It brings in Hitmontop to use the Intimidate to weaken Arcanine. It can't switch out now, so it can't recover its attack. Extreme Speed again does nothing to Hitmontop because it's a great defensive Pokemon, and unfortunately 7, that's pretty much good game, as Hitmontop hits the Sucker Punch, and Flare Blitz will actually kill it, which is a bit of an anticlimax, but what can you do? Anyway, good game 7. Slowbroguy will be battling again, so stay close to his channel, and maybe I'll be narrating in the future. Till then guys, see you later.